Early morning, and it's the big day. So sun's rising yesterday. You hear it. A bunch of eggs were pipping yesterday, and we had a bunch hatch last night. Look, Leon. Look at them. Oh, holy, wow.
Wow!
Oh, we have a flopper. Oh, we have a flopper. He just hatched. Oh, hold on.
Quick, open it.
He's still got his head in there. Go ahead and flip him, buddy. Gently. There you go. All right, we're gonna close it.
It's a whole party going on in there.
It's a party going on in there.
We're gonna get all of those eggs to hatch.
Hopefully, that would be amazing. Holy cow! Look at them all.
So Miss Cuckoo's eggs are black.
Well, we'll see. We're gonna get them out. They have a chance of being black or white because the mom is black. Oh, you're just flopping around. Oh, it's flopping around. Hold on a second. Let's see if it can right itself over. It's gotta get something. There we go. Good. It flopped over on its own.
I was getting ready to flop it over.
Yeah. Wow, look at them all. It's going crazy in there. All the babies.
This is gonna be just like how many chicks Justin Rose has in his little pen of his. We're gonna have that pen like his.
Yeah?
Just 1,000,000 chicks free ranging with water and feed.
So we got to get the brooder set up, and I'm really excited about this because in addition to our new incubator that we got, we also got a new brooder. And this is our brooder. Look at that. That's like, just wait. Hold on. You can help me. Come here. All right, so bring it over here. I don't want you to get hurt. Come on.
I'll hold it for you.
All right, okay. Got it, bud? There we go. Take the strap off. All right. All right, okay. Now you're gonna just hold one piece, all right? Because it's gonna pop open, all right? So right where my hand is. There it goes. Keep pulling. Pull it out. There you go. Grab the bottom. There we go. And
ow! It hit me in the face.
Collapsible, washable brooder. So what's cool about this is, I mean, first off, look at how big it is. It's huge. It's got a zip. It's got a lid. Maybe just unzip. And then you've got all that room in there. I'll share a link down below. It was, I want to say it was $50. I can't remember. I gotta pull it up, but they come with these liners that you can put in. I'm still gonna put bedding in, but it's actually not that bad, and they're compostable. So you can compost this with any bedding that you might put in. You don't have to put bedding in. I'm gonna put bedding in just because, but then I'm just like, this is so cool. So whereas we had made a DIY incubator, wait, would it be here? I think it would be right here. We made a DIY brooder with a storage tote and some hardware cloth and zip ties, and so I'll share that up here. And but the problem with that is you gotta store it, and that takes up space, and some people don't have that much room for storage. So this is actually a really awesome solution because it collapses down to this small little case. It's like, takes up nothing. And so I was really excited whenever I discovered that, because that's not something I've seen anywhere else. Fits in there nicely. All right. Gonna get these chickies all set up. Gonna get the brooder heating plate that we got from Tractor Supply set up in there so that they can be nice and warm. Actually, I'm very happy with this brooder heating plate. We had a heat lamp, and we had a recent incident. The heating lamp actually blew our breaker, or popped our breaker, and the bulb blew at the same time, and that terrified me. Like, I was like, okay, no more, no, we're not doing a heating lamp. So we went and we bought this. It actually was not that bad because sometimes heating plates can be a little bit more expensive, and I was a little intimidated by that. So whenever I saw this one and it was actually not that badly priced, I was like, oh yes, this is happening. So something cool about this particular heating plate, it's by Producer's Pride. It is a 0 clearance heating plate. So it does not have to have space between it and a wall. You can literally, it's also it's a brooder, and it's also a heating plate for a coop. So you can literally put this up against the wall. You can hang it from a wall. Another cool thing is that it comes with these adjustable legs. So you can raise it up and lower it depending on what you need. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower it down to the lowest setting. They're new, they're fresh, they're tiny. We wanna make sure that they are plenty warm. So you just basically pull it out and slide it in. Whoops, I can do this with one hand. I don't think I can do this with one hand. I'm not that talented. There we go. All right, and we're gonna slide this right here so that it is up against the wall, and they have a little area to go under. And then we're gonna set up their food and water over there. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the bedding in. Okay, I got some of the bedding in there, just a light layer, nothing too heavy. And then, but I figured it's a little chilly still, and then we got the brooder set up in there. So we're gonna go ahead and get them in. Leanne, you wanna help me get those eggs, these chicks in? Let's go ahead.
Because we have a whole party going on in there, we might as well get some out.
Yeah, we want to do it quickly too. We don't want to leave the lid open too long. All right, so let's see what the humidity. Okay, humidity's at 75. Okay, we've got the humidity high enough. I don't feel as worried. All right, go ahead and grab chicks. Just grab a couple at a time. All right, we'll get them under the brooder.
We're just gonna do this. We're gonna just lay them under. There you go. And under. There you go. Alright, last one. Look at all these babies. There you go. Get all nice and warm.
I'm gonna let them get warmed up, and then we will go through and pick out who all, because they are pretty easily to distinguish apart. But let's see how many eggs we have left. All right, this egg hasn't, there we go, we have a pip right here. That's good. This egg, this egg's pipped. This egg's nothing's happened to this one. This one's hatching. This one's hatching. This one pipped. I don't know if that one's still going. All right. This one's pipped. This one's pipped. Pipped. This one's pipped. And this one's pipped. All right, awesome. That's all. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Unfortunately, we did have one cuckoo Moran egg that had pipped yesterday, but it pipped at the wrong end, which we did have some of them pipped at the pointy end instead of the rounded end. Whenever chicks pip, they're supposed to pip at the rounded end. Now, that doesn't mean that they're gonna immediately, like, they're not gonna hatch. We had quite a few of the cuckoo Moran eggs that pipped at the pointy end, and they hatched okay. So far, we've got 2 cuckoo Moran Americana crop. Well, I guess they're going to be the olive eggers. They're supposed to be olive eggers, but the Miss Cuckoo's eggs, we have 2 that have actually fully hatched, and I'll show you guys those here in a bit, letting them warm up. But we might actually get almost all of them that took to hatch. That would be amazing. Like, that would be amazing. And definitely a testament to this incubator. And also, I think the big thing that helped was the humidity tip that I had come across, that you might have heard about in my last video. If you want to see that here, I'll link that here. In my last video, I talked about a tip that I had read on humidity. Go there and learn that and read the article on that, definitely I think was a huge help, and definitely increased our hatch rate, because we might actually get all of them that took to hatch. I've never had 100% hatch rate, which I guess it technically wouldn't be 100% hatch rate, because we did have some eggs that didn't take. So I mean, we'll see. Now that this was kind of an experimental hatching, and it's obviously a huge success. I mean, you saw how many babies we've got. So we're gonna let them warm up in here in a bit. I'll show you guys all of the babies. So one of the best things that you can do for chicks starting out is give them supplements in their food and water that's going to really boost their immune system, give them that beneficial bacteria in their gut, and just really help encourage a overall healthy chick. So you don't have to do this, but I personally do this, and I have not lost a chick. Like, it's very common for you to buy chicks and they die. It happens, but this has definitely been something that since I've implemented, we never lose any chicks. Knock on wood, of course. So first thing I do is apple cider vinegar with the mother. I always add a splash of it to their water because it is raw and unfiltered. It's fermented in a sense. There's beneficial bacteria, like you would probiotics, like if you were to eat yogurt. I don't know the validity of this, but I do also hear that because of the slight acidic nature of the apple cider vinegar, it helps minimize the risk of like coccidia. I don't know if that's true. That's just what I've heard. But I do know that apple cider vinegar with the mother, the raw, organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, has beneficial probiotics in it. So I always add a splash of that to their water, and that helps tremendously. Just a splash. There we go. And then fill that out. There's some water for them. Something else that I do, just as an extra, just to give them as much of a boost as I possibly can. You don't have to do this. It's just something that I personally do, but I thought I would share, is I have an old coffee grinder, and I take the chick feed for just the first batch. Because the first batch of chick feed's gonna last them a while in their feeder. You wanna always provide them with free choice food. I always have free choice for the chicks until they're pretty much moved out to the chicken coop. I think I usually provide free choice up till 6 months. You don't have to. It's everyone's personal prerogative. But what I do for at least the first first full feeder, so I'll take an old coffee grinder, chick feed, and cinnamon. I like to add cinnamon to at least the first feeding, mainly because cinnamon has a lot of antibacterial properties naturally. I can't think of all the list of things, but cinnamon has a number of other properties, but the biggest thing is that antibacterial property that it naturally has. So I'm gonna add cinnamon to their food. Like I said, you don't have to. This is just something that I personally do, and I thought I would share. Okay, I got the cinnamon. I got some feed that I have. You're gonna have to do a couple passes unless you've got a larger coffee grinder, but just sprinkle some, just a little bit, doesn't need to be a lot. Just give a healthy little sprinkle of cinnamon for each batch. And this is how I keep from spilling food. Finely ground mixed with cinnamon. It's actually kind of smells really good. But where's their feeder? Ah, there's their feeder. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all that mixed up and made up, and then give that to them as well. And hopefully by that point they'll be warmed up enough that I can look at them. Pro tip: canning funnel works to help funnel feed into chick feeders. It fits. Oh, hi. Did you guys come out? So came over to give them their food, and I think that they are, they're starting to come out now, so I think they're finally warm enough. So let's go ahead. Leon, you want to see the chicks?
Sure.
So we've got, so these ones are the Americanas. See how they're light? This one's a little darker though.
Maybe that one's the silky.
No, this one's, because the silky are half the size of the others. So
Did we
let's
get
see.
any silky hatches?
Yeah, we got a lot of silky hatchings. See, here's one. See this one back here? See this? See the feather legs? That is a silky. So the feather legs, so look at the size difference. Whoops. So look at the size difference. See how much smaller it is? Because it's a bantam. Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Hi.
It's a bantam
Can you
species.
go under my hand? Are you happy you're there?
That's
Oh,
part
baby.
of the bantam. That's part of the bantam species of chicken.
Yes, variety. See this dark one right here?
Uh-huh.
That one
It's
is
Miss Cuckoo's.
Miss Cuckoo's baby, yeah. So
So they are black.
another
Knew it.
another defining feature of the cuckoo morans is light feathers on their feet. So you see the little feathers that are right there on its feet?
Mm-hmm.
That is another defining feature. So any of them besides the silkies, because you can see the size difference between the silkies and the standard. So there is one other one in here that is hers, but it's not black. Yeah, so there is one in here. Let's see if we can locate it. So this one, that one's regular. Come here, sweetheart. Do you have feather legs? No, no feather legs. Watch out, watch out. Here, we're gonna open this up. Let's see if we can find,
A feather
this
leg.
one's pretty dark. Look at this one.
Can I see?
This one might be it. Look at how, here, let's see, let's put this down. See how dark this one is? But it's not black.
Does it have feather legs?
Let's see if this is, yep, there's the feathers on the legs.
So that
You see the feathers?
so that
It'll
one,
focus.
it has black on its
See the
head,
feathers?
but white on it on the rest
Ooh,
of its
this
body.
one's gonna be pretty. I'm
a
excited to see what this
painting.
one looks like.
It's a painting.
Well, it might be a splash, it might be a blue. So we'll see. We're keeping these two definitely. And even this one's pretty light for being black. That doesn't quite look black. It's almost blue. So we'll have to
Yeah.
see. I'm excited to see how ours are gonna look.
Mama, they're literally like this on their eggs.
Hi, cutie. Oh, you're so pretty. Look.
Mama,
Let's show everyone. Say hi. Say hi to the world.
Mama,
Yes, baby.
pretend this is the chick's beak.
Like I said, the ones from Miss Cuckoo are the ones we are keeping out of this batch. The others are getting sold. I've actually already got homes lined up for them. But the ones that Miss Cuckoo had, that are from Miss Cuckoo, we're gonna keep and raise and add to our flock so we can see how they do, what they look like fully grown, and what color eggs they produce, so we can be sure, yes, they are olive eggers and this is what they can look like. So that will be exciting. Are you guys getting plenty warm now? Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, you want to go under? Is that your happy place now? You went under my hand. Hi. Hi, cutie. So I'm gonna go ahead and start dipping beaks to show them where the water is. That way I know that they're all drinking, and basically if I get at least a few to dip their beaks, they'll show the others in a sense, because the others will see what they're doing and they'll come over and they'll get their drinks. Well, see, I haven't even shown them food and water. They're already coming over here and pecking at this and being curious. This is good. Okay. Oh, we're just gonna dip your beak. Just a little dip. Alright, so basically what you want to do whenever you dip their beak is you want to see how he's doing that with his beak. That means he got a drink. You just want to do it enough that you see that. We'll get one of these little silkies. Just lift it. Get it? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Calm down. There we go. He got the drink. Hi, cutie. Come get a drink. Alright, the rest of them should follow suit. They're usually pretty quick to figure it out, though. So it's been a few hours, and we've got more eggs hatching, and I'm really excited because I think we might actually have every egg but one hatch that was left over. Look. Hi, little ones. Look at you guys. We've got, if I can get this to where it's not reflecting. So we've got down there, that one is a little silky, and then these two are two, oh, don't flop, don't see you flopping. And then those two are two of Miss Cuckoo's chicks. So it's going good. We've actually got 4. See it little peeping right there? That one, and those 2 are currently hatching. We do have one more that is right there. That one's hatching. And then that lone egg, oh, actually we have another Americana egg hatching. And then that one egg there isn't even pipped, so I don't think that one's gonna hatch. But that's a huge increase in hatch rate. So I'm gonna do the numbers, look back, and then I can kind of calculate what our exact hatch rate was, including the duds. And then we did lose, unfortunately, we had one chick pip yesterday, but it pipped at the wrong end, and it didn't get any further than that, unfortunately, last night, and it passed away. So we did have one chick that tried to hatch but struggled and it was an unsuccessful hatch. It just presented wrong, which can happen, unfortunately. But I think we've probably got like an 80 to 90% hatch rate. If we're including the duds. Now, if we're not including the duds, we've got a really high hatch rate, because that means we only had 2 eggs not hatch out of the keepers. So I was looking at the vlog, and we started out with 42 eggs. We had 9 duds. Now, there were a few in there that had veins, but majority of them just never took at all. So, if you factor in from the get-go how many eggs we started versus how many hatched, we have a 73% hatch rate, which is very good. But if you don't include those 9 duds, we've got like a 93% hatch rate. So I'd say probably about 80 to 85% hatch rate, because some of those duds did start to form veins and they terminated later on. So I'd say about 80 to 85% hatch rate, which is amazing. I'm very happy with that. We're still waiting on the last of the batch to hatch. We got one, he's getting there, he's working on it. He's really trying. These have kind of paused, but they're still going, so I'm gonna let them do their thing. Keeping the humidity at 75%, so it's good and high. We don't want them to dry out. You wanna keep that humidity high. Especially if you're opening the incubator to take chicks out. We decided, because so many of them had hatched, we decided it would be best to go ahead and take them out, just so they're not moving around, rolling over the eggs that are still in the process of hatching. Let's see how they're doing.
So that none of them break, and then we don't get any chicks from those eggs.
Well, just because I'm afraid, and this might be an invalid concern, but I'm afraid that in the chicks moving around and rolling the eggs over, it could mess up the chicks' presentation and make it more difficult for them to hatch. That might not be a valid concern, but that's just something I'm a little worried about whenever you start to get a lot of them in there and they're kind of moshing around and rolling everything up. Look at you guys. You guys are all warm in here, aren't you? Hi, guys. Look at all of these biddies. What are you doing back there? Go under. I don't want to Go on. Go under there. Go under there. Look at all these biddies. So many
Careful,
babies.
it's hot. It's very hot.
It is hot, but it's not that bad. I can touch it. So we've got some other fresh hatches. We had a couple more of Miss Cuckoo's hatch, and I'm really excited because they came out light like the other one that looks like it could possibly be a splash or a blue colored olive egger. So let's see if we can see if they're dried out yet. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Oh, look at them. Here, I'll show you guys. So just to kind of show you guys, so this one is one of Miss Cuckoo's, and so this is the other one of Miss Cuckoo's that is not quite black. See, like this one, that one's much more black. That one's more likely to look like its mom. But this one looks like it could be a splash. I am excited to see how this one looks whenever it's fully grown. It's gonna be gorgeous. Are you gonna be a little hen? Are you a little hen? I hope you are. We want to keep you. Hi, gorgeous. Hi. Oh. Are you curious? I see you coming over here. You're curious, aren't you? Yeah. Unfortunately, they will not be staying here. Miss Cuckoo's chicks we will be keeping, but the others I'm actually already getting homes lined up for them. I've got an extensive waiting list for Splash Americanas and Bearded Silkies. So already 4 of the Silkies have a home they're going to tomorrow. I've still got to call the waiting list. So, but like I said in previous vlogs, we are planning on keeping Miss Cuckoo's chicks and documenting their growth, seeing how they look as adults, seeing what color eggs they lay. So in 6 months from today, we will know whether they are truly olive eggers. It's nighttime now, and more of those eggs had hatched, and we were down to 2 that were struggling, and then the 1 egg that had not pipped at all. And the 1 egg pipped, and the last 2, they had kind of gotten stuck in their eggs, so I had to assist them, but they hatched, and they are doing good. They're actually still in here. Let me see if I can show them to you guys. So we've got that one right there. He's resting, and then the little Silky right here is getting around. Little babies, there you go. You made it out. It's another one of Miss Cuckoo's chicks. So, and then the last of Miss Cuckoo's chicks, it pipped. There's a little pip right at the end. So thankfully that one pipped. So hopefully tomorrow morning it will have made progress and it will be hatched or hatching. We'll see.